Hi guys, finally I'm back on this channel. So as a title, today I would like to bring you guys with me to a Korean market. We're going to buy some ingredients to make the Korean black noodle, Jjajangmyeon, and the sweet and sour fried pork. Its Korean name is Tangsuyuk. Yeah, me and my boyfriend, we both love those two dishes, so I would like to make it and share the tips and how to make it with you guys. So yeah, please keep watching it. Thank you. The stoplight of the other car in front of me make my face look like I just got beer and I'm so drunk like that. So funny. Guys, we are here. I'll see you guys. Get the food going. Let's go. Everything is ready. And okay, let's head home. So anyways, when we get home, I'll let you guys know what I bought and how much do we need for each, like the ingredient. Morning, so it's the next day. Let's start making those two dishes. So here's the setting of everything on the table. These are the ingredients to make the Korean black noodle, and these are the ingredients to make the sweet and sour fried pork. Then we want to add some water. The amount doesn't really matter as long as we can cover the starch at the bottom of the bowl. Then we give it a gentle mix around to make the flour and the water get into each other. Once we see this texture, then we're going to set it aside for 30 minutes. Once we have them in a nice quarter slice like this, we're going to cut them in strips, thin, nice strips like this. For seasoning this pork, we're going to add a little bit of mirin and salt and pepper, black peppers. Yeah. Alright, let's mix them up. Moving on to the sauce, what I'm doing here is cutting the carrot into a shape of sakura flower. It is optional. If you guys want to kind of decorate the food later, then yeah, this is pretty to do it. Then I just cut them into small thin slices like this. For both of the red and green bell peppers, I cut them into long slices like this and chop it up as like a small cube shape. So for onion, I'm just gonna cut them into thin slices like this, but not too thin. After 30 minutes, this is what we got for our starch base. What we want to do is get rid of the water on the top and keep the starch at the bottom. Then add 2 tablespoons of oil and try to mix them up until you get this texture of the starch base. Now we add our meat in and mix them up. So that's it for the prep of the Tangsuyuk. Set them aside and then we move on to prepare for the Korean black noodle, Jjajangmyeon. We're going to cut the meat into thin strips like this, and then we cut them again into the cube shape, like a little rectangle shape. For the veggies, I'm going to chop the spring onion into like a round chops. So for the onions, I'm just gonna cut them into thirds, which means you cut them 3 times on a vertical way and 3 times for the horizontal way, like a chunk size, if you know what I mean. Do the same thing to the cabbage. For our garnish, we want to cut this cucumber into thin strips like noodles, so we can put them on top to decorate our black noodles. A tip for everyone, if you guys are making these 2 dishes together, always have to make the black noodle first. Since the fried pork, it needs to be crispy and crunchy at its best taste, so I really recommend you guys to make them at last. So as you guys can see what I'm doing here, I just put the spring onion inside of a pan and then set it down with some oil. Then we're going to add our meat in. Give it a good stir around. Keep stirring it for 1 to 2 minutes. Then we're going to add the onion and the cabbage. Then we add the black bean sauce mix into here and keep stirring it again and again. Once you don't see a lot of powder anymore, you're going to add 2 cups of water and keep stirring it again. To thicken the sauce faster, I add a little bit of potato starch into the sauce and keep stirring it a little bit more. Ta-da! Then we boil some water to make our noodles. Keep stirring the noodle for 3 to 5 minutes, then we rinse it off with some water. So that would be all for the black noodle. Now we are going to make the sweet and sour sauce for the fried pork. So we add 1 1/4 cup of water, 1/4 cup of soy sauce, and 1/4 cup of apple vinegar, 7 to 8 tablespoons of sugar. Give it a good stir and wait for the boiling. Once it boils, we're going to add all of the vegetables inside and stir it and then let it boil one more time. I don't know how many times that we have to use the potato starch in this video, but yeah, it's the key. So we need potato starch to thicken the sauce up to this texture. And finally, this is our last step, guys. I feel like this video is forever. Anyways, it's a fried pork. You guys can do it. It's easy. Just pour oil into a pan and put the pork that we have mixed up with the powder before and fry it until when it gets to the golden color. Looks like this is perfect.